quick enough. Hyphen SCS is also into warehouse automation, and you are trying to digitize the warehouse operation. Now, what are the specific innovations you are trying to implement to address the unique challenges in the market, Indian market where we are in?
So typically when it comes to warehousing, when I started this venture, my first question was how many warehouses are there in the country? And I couldn't get that answer anywhere. There was no concrete number to it. Some said that there are about 1 lakh agri warehouses, because some data was available because of the, you can say, public sector undertaking companies, and they had some data, but I didn't get a realistic number from anyone which was there. So see, what cannot be measured cannot be improved. So our first step was getting these warehouses online. Because most of the warehouse owners do not register their warehouses as a warehouse per se. For example, she talked about dark stores, e-commerce deliveries. These are not even registered as warehouses. So what we did was we initially started initiative by virtue of which we are reaching out to the warehouse owners. We are doing a feet on street model. We are going to the warehouses. We are capturing latitude and longitude. We are capturing data on more than 40 plus parameters. So that is the first step. Like you can say, Manoj sir would agree. I mean, when it comes to data analytics, the first step is descriptive analytics, getting the data, then you become diagnostic, then become predictive, then prescriptive. So we are at a very early stage of getting the data. So once you get the data, you are able to understand how exactly the ecosystem looks. What are the areas where we need to sort and fulfill those things. So initially we did that particular thing, captured data, and it was the verified data. First of all, capturing the data, and the second point what sir said, verified data, which was there. So 2 steps we have solved for it. Now the challenge, some of the new innovation that we have put in the place is, there are about 1 million warehouses in India, according to us. There are 10 lakh warehouses. There are 7 lakh warehouse owners. That means the typical ownership pattern for warehouse owners is less than 1.5. 80% of these warehouses are less than 30,000 square feet in size. Just to give you context, the average warehouse size in US would be 1 lakh square feet plus. China would be 50 to 60,000. India, it is said it is around 10 to 15,000. So these are smaller warehouses. 55% of the warehouses in the country are less than 10,000 square feet. So it's very, very small when it comes to the context of warehousing. Because of the small warehouses, because of the warehouse owners not knowing much about operations per se or the infrastructure per se, typically their profile is they had some land, they reached out to a developer, they got the warehouse built. They were not much aware about the grading system and all. So what we realized was, since there is a lot of lack of knowledge, whether it's a warehouse owner or whether it's a 3PL, local 3PL service providers, so we have created a tool which is based on the concept of AI, which is based on the concept of infrastructure related parameters. It is based on the concept of operations parameter, and the third concept is the infrastructure or machine handling equipment's technical specification. Just to give you context, we created a marketplace which has got 100 categories. These categories have got 1500 unique filters, and so you are able to slice and dice and select the right set of product. Now it sounds very good in a theoretical manner that you have captured the products, you have given extensive filter. But let's try to understand the profile of a local 3PL, a small 3PL. That person would not understand, for example, if there is a machine handling equipment and we say that its turning radius is 35 degree and the other is 55 degree. He doesn't understand whether 35 degree is good or 55 degree is good. He is not a technical expert. So even after giving technical information, it doesn't serve him well. So what we have done is we are creating an algorithm which has a combination of operational principles. Very simple example, a 3PL is there, he understands his warehouse at a basic level. What is the square feet, what is the height, what is the kind of flooring, what is the number of docks, etc. Basic information he has. A local 3PL understands what is the kind of operation he is doing. For example, I am doing an FMCG operation. This is my biggest carton. This is the volume that is expected in that particular thing. So what we are doing is we are marrying the concepts of, infrastructure. We are marrying the concept of operations. We are marrying the concept of, you can say, products, technical specification. What are the kind of lights which are required? What are the number of fire safety equipments which are required? What are the kind of machine handling equipment that would suffice to them? So it would be something similar to a conversational chatbot in which we'll ask simple questions about your warehouse and the kind of operations you are doing. And it will automatically, through AI, would give them recommendation that, okay, these are 3 recommendations. For your kind of operation, you can go for, say, configuration 1, in which so many pallets, so many racks, so many CCTV cameras, XYZ would require. And there are 2-3 configurations we are giving them, and then we also give them the products and the cost for it. So what it is doing is, it is bringing, you can say, the scientific bent of mind to smaller warehouses and smaller 3PLs, which was earlier not available. So this is something which we are trying to do, which is not only, you can say, revolutionary when it comes to India, but across the globe, no one is doing for the long tail, which are the SMEs, SMBs, and the smaller warehouse owners.
Oh, thanks, Yash. I'm sure many people in the audience would like to know more about how you are try to transform the way you are trying to capture the data and the information. I'm afraid in interest of time, we would have to bring it to the close. And I would like to thank again the panel to bringing that insight from the industry, from the government, from the academic side of it.